Alright, here we are today, guys and gals. We are filming the removal and installation of my lower control arms and other suspension parts that there's a reason why my car shakes all over the place. We're just going to get all that better. So first I'm going to take off the wheel. I'll let you guys see that, and then, well, I'm going to jack it up, then take off the wheel, and then we're going to do the lower ball joint, lower control arm, and maybe like some, I believe they're swaybar end links. So we'll do that on each side. I'll show you guys what's going on. Hopefully this is far enough away that I can do 16 by 9 and 9 by 16. I definitely want to get better at doing all this stuff, but here's the car. It's a 2000 model CRV. There's a dent there. This was actually in perfect condition, but my brother dropped a tree on it, so I think all of that'll buff out, and I think I can tap that panel out or get a little heat to it and bring it out, but I just haven't done anything with it at the moment. So but yeah, here we go. So all of that's very greasy. Swaybar links probably, or swaybar bushings probably need to be replaced too. But let's see. Yeah, you see how that moves back there? So that's getting replaced. That's gonna be that bushing right there. It's gonna be the whole lower control arm. So start by taking off this ball joint or loosening the nut. Alright, so we got the ball joint loose. Next we're going to get the front nut loose, and then we're going to go and get those three loose right there. And then the sway bar links I want to replace, and I did come to the dirtiest side. All this stuff is wet and blah, whatever. But that's what we're working on now. So let's see if I can this somewhere. There we go. But yeah, we're gonna do all of this one part at a time, maybe two, because I definitely want to get this one replaced right here. This one replaced right here, just because it's already there. I'm already having to pull it off to get to this. But also, I don't want to do the ball joint today because I have to pull that CV axle out. And I think I'm going to have to replace that CV axle soon anyways. So I'll just buy a new CV axle. When I get the CV axle in, we'll replace that and replace the ball joint at the same time. But that was definitely a pain in the ass. And then, so now we can take those out. And then figure out to get this compliance bushing in. But I should have bought the compliance bushing that I wanted to buy, because it is the right one. But now that I have this set, I can clean this up, replace this with a spherical bushing, and replace this with a spherical bushing. And now I can have my performance upgrades that I want, and then swap this back out later. Alright, back at it again. Today we are, well, again, not today, but we got everything off. I'm pretty sure I got the gist of it. There was a pain on this one that's over there, but we just pre-mounted this. It's this bolt and this nut that goes through. It's your swaybar end link. That'll go mounted to the top of that hole right there. So, like I said, I just pre-installed that right there to make it a little bit easier. So what I'm gonna do when I put this back together is I'm gonna install this one first, which goes here. That also goes there. So I'm probably gonna clean that up a little bit more as well, but that's where I'm gonna install that. And then next I'm gonna install the shock tower so it holds this up while also aligning the ball joint pin to go in there and kind of bolt all those up. And then the last part will be that back corner and the sway bar. So yeah, that's how that's gonna work out. But let's see if I can get you in a good decent spot to see everything while I'm down here. I don't think so. Alright, so when you're installing suspension parts, you want to leave everything loose until you lower the car completely down at its ride height, and then that's when you tighten everything down, because there's going to be a preload on this right here, because it's the rubber bushing on the inside. So that preload is also going to help with your ride height and everything like that, just like this rubber bushing right here, this rubber bushing right here, this rubber bushing in here. All of those put a force on the metal that doesn't allow it to like really slip and slide in between everything. It's got a little bit of preload, so just for safe measures, you always want to put the wheel on, lower the car down, and then go back and tighten everything up with the car on the ground. Now when you have a lowered car or anything like that, you definitely have to do that with a lift or something like that, like a alignment lift or whatever. Since this car is a little bit bigger, I should be able to get underneath it, but we're gonna go ahead and put the tire back on and see how far it goes down, and then we'll tighten up all the bolts and everything like that. So, all right.